What up, everybody, and welcome back. This one's from my grandma, someone who's been watching game shows since before I could read, and has never missed an episode of the show that made it to number 1 on this list.
That's amazing, and it's wrong!
Growing up, her TV was always on. Someone spinning a wheel, answering a trivia question, hugging a total stranger in a matching t-shirt like they'd just won the lottery.
People who identify as nerdy, rapping about the things they love, video games, science fiction.
Losers, in other words.
Well,
the colors were loud, the stakes were weirdly high, and yet somehow it always felt like everything was going to be okay if the announcer just kept talking.
Who said anything about a horse?
These are the 5 best game shows, not based on the best formats or the biggest prizes, but the ones that stuck with us, the ones that feel like home, even if we're yelling all the wrong answers at it.
Let's get into it.
Number 5, Survivor. Let's get this out of the way. Yes, it's technically a reality show, but Survivor is 100% a game. Just one where the board is an island and the pieces are half-starved people lying to each other. It gave us alliances, tribal councils, immunity idols, and the kind of chaotic energy that made you believe voting out your best friend was a smart strategy. It redefined what a game show could look like, and somehow made not showering for 39 days into primetime TV. Number 4, The Wall. The Wall is what happens when you combine Las Vegas, Plinko, and raw human emotion. The rules are simple: drop a ball, win a fortune, or destroy your life in real time. Add in dramatic lighting, slow motion reactions, and a host trying to keep things calm while your financial stability plummets, and you've got yourself a modern classic. It's intense, it's unpredictable, and half the time you're not sure if you're watching a game show or a moral dilemma. Number 3, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Few shows have ever made silence so terrifying. Regis would stare at you like your soul was on trial, and then whisper, "Is that your final answer?" like it was a threat. And the format, brilliant. Multiple choice questions that go from what color is the sun to which treaty ended the Austro-Prussian War in the span of 5 minutes. This show didn't just test knowledge, it tested nerves. And it proved that under pressure, even smart people forget how to count. Number 2, The Price is Right, an absolute classic. The spiritual home of guessing wildly and then screaming like you just won an Oscar. You don't need to be smart, fast, or even coherent, just close enough to the price of a blender. Between the showcase showdowns, the spinning wheel, and the random car giveaways, it's a loud, glittery fever dream of capitalism. But for a lot of us, especially kids homesick from school or retirees living their best life, The Price is Right was appointment television. Number 1, Jeopardy. If the rest of these shows are a party, Jeopardy is a quiet room full of dangerous people. This is the game show that made it cool to know obscure facts, pronounce things correctly, and pretend you always knew how to spell Rousseau. And at the center of it all, Alec Trebek, equal parts professor, judge, and polite assassin. He didn't just ask questions. He delivered them with a tone that said, "I know you don't know this, but let's see how close you can get." The categories were oddly specific. The contestants were brilliant or delusional, sometimes both. And through it all, Jeopardy never once dumbed itself down to chase attention. It was timeless, quietly intense, and weirdly comforting, especially if you were watching it with someone who never missed an episode, which in my case was always Grandma. There you have it, 5 game shows that defined generations, raised blood pressure, and probably made a few of us feel a little smarter than we actually are.
What country do you think we're sending you to?
Paris.
If you have a favorite, or a game show that your grandma refuses to miss, drop it in the comments. And if you're already there, you could leave a like. Hell, you could even subscribe. Anyways.
I'll see you on the next one.